vehicle. It's amazing that they have this. This is really, really cool. We got multiple stations in here, all set up for emergency communications, portable antennas, VHF, UHF.
Be strong.
Guys, it is a beautiful Saturday. Taking the Challenger. Got a lot of stuff going on today. Got my sill plates on. Got the mufflers on. Anyway, put this thing down for a second. Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on today. Hold on, this thing's gonna talk a lot.
Over 10 occurred. Continuous recording will now start.
What happens when I start my car? There's the jammers.
Interference detection active.
Taking you guys to a HamFest. I wonder how many of my subscribers, I used to have a lot of subscribers that were CB operators, ham operators. If you are one, please put a comment put a note in the comments below. I'd like to know how many of you guys are radio ops. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to a little local small HamFest. Let me see, then I'm going over to the fairgrounds. There's gonna be some stuff going on there. There's like a coin show, there's a flea market, so a lot of stuff happening there. I gotta get it all done by noontime. It's supposed to be like 95 degrees today. Not doing any car shows. They got car meets at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be like crazy on the pavement. If you have car shows in midsummer, they gotta be in a park underneath trees and stuff. Maggie Valley has one going on. Camaros, I think. F-bodies, yeah. Which I would have loved to have gone if I knew a little bit ahead of time. Because Maggie Valley is a little bit of a ride, but such a beautiful place. If you guys went to Maggie Valley, tell me how it was, and let me know if you ate at Joey's Pancake House. That place is like nostalgic. But anyway, yeah, let's see. Let's come along and let's see what we find. It's like really humid out here, but it's good because I can open my sunroof, get a little air in here. So did you guys get a software update on your Uconnect? It popped up on my screen. It wouldn't let me do anything. It wouldn't let me do anything until I scheduled a time for it to do the install. And then I tried to find out, you know, what was the update all about, and nobody could tell me. Somebody later said a security update, but it's not that thing where people were talking about where you can key in something to cut all your power out and whatever. It wasn't like that. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna listen to some tunes here. I'll see you when we get to the first stop, the HamFest. These guys start real early, these old people. A lot of old people that are ham operators. All right, let's go. To get wipers, not just for my car, but for my wife's car, my mother-in-law's car. I think you gotta just change them out. Some people clean them and stuff. I don't know how long they last, but I change them out every 2 years, maybe 3. But they get dried out here in the Carolina heat. But I got some ones that have like the little wedge on it, so like when you're going fast or whatever, it doesn't bounce off the. I don't think I really needed all that. I got my wife the mid-grade ones, and I got my mother-in-law the cheap ones. But even the cheap ones were pretty nice, and they were all by
at end of the road,
Trico.
Left onto North
So they're all Trico. Hold on a minute. They were all Trico wipers. So and it just, you just select your car and everything else, and it made it real easy. Free shipping.
Left.
So you know, I recommend it. Worked out real easy. I didn't want to deal with the auto parts store. I know you go to the auto parts store, they'll put them on, but these kids, I don't want them messing with my stuff. You know what it is. All right, let's go, man. Let's rock and roll. Yeehaw! So even though I'm at like over 3/4 of a tank of gas, I'm going by a Costco and I'm gonna stop. I don't know if you guys know, but like gas stations have gone absolutely out of their freaking minds on gas prices. They are like now 70 cents a gallon per gallon, 70 cents per gallon more than it is at Costco. And Costco is top tier. You know, it's like buying Shell. So that's freaking ridiculous. So every time I go by this place, I'm just gonna top off. I'm not gonna deal with any other gas stations. This was great. I got to Costco, there was no line at all. Just pulled right up to the pump. So just to give you put it in perspective, it's $13 less per tank to shop at Costco for your premium fuel than it is to go to, you know, BP or whatever. It is around here, based on, you know, the markup that they have. Now, this particular case, I didn't put but 20 bucks in, but yeah, every bit helps. I'm not gonna give them any money. My wife's got the CX-5. That's a newer one. I like the rims. Looks good. I just love that Soul Red. Those nice looking cars. They said that they open up the pumps at 7 a.m. on the weekends at Costco. So temperature alert, 78 degrees already. And
Exit
it is
the highway
8:16.
at exit 7B.
8:16 a.m. and it's 78 degrees. All right, getting off at our exit here for the HamFest. So they're still setting up. I got here a little bit early. Usually HamFest start like 7, they set up, and 8 o'clock is when they start, but this one's 9 is the setup, and 10. But I'll show you some of the equipment that they got here. There's no new vendors here. These are just people selling stuff that they, you know, like old school HamFest. You get some old equipment you want to sell. Parts. These are little things that if you had to buy it, you know, you had to pay shipping and everything. Like adapters and cables. They got some used radios and stuff. These guys got a repeater over here. It's like a VHF repeater, 110 watt. Some connectors, adapters, coax. This is in Raleigh. An early solid state radio.
Got 5 on. I mean, I got 5 on.
This guy's got a lot of tools here. Bought some solder from him. Transistors too. Looks like voltage regulators. They can be used for current limiting too. So yeah, this is unique because it's a free HamFest. This doesn't cost anything. Just pull up, set up a table, sell your gear. More people selling than shopping. This is a converted ambulance. The Johnson Amateur Radio Club has a converted ambulance. It's got all sorts of radio gear in there. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's get an HF antenna in here.
How you doing?
Good. Is that a Tar Heel?
No, that's a Diamond. It's
Oh.
D330.
Oh, okay. 10 meters is open, man.
Yeah, I don't have the HF in the car yet.
Okay,
I just
I know.
got it a couple months ago.
Oh, did you?
And there's no easy way of getting the power from the battery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A drill bit.
What?
The antenna you're trying to set.
That's fine.
You just need a drill bit, man.
Well,
Oh, you know what I do? All right, we're gonna show you the JARS com. This is the Johnson Amateur Radio Club vehicle. It's amazing that they have this. This is really, really cool. We got multiple stations in here, all set up for emergency communications, portable antennas, VHF, UHF, HF. Nice setup. And ambulances are very cool because they've got high power alternators where the diode packs are externally mounted. Even up front, looks like he's got the 8800. I used to have one of those. Those are great rigs. This is a nice setup. What do these have for alternators? Ambulances have like 300 amp alternators, don't they?
This one's got a high-powered alternator. It's got an inverter.
External diode pack too, isn't the diode stuff? Yeah, this is the way to go.
Two sets of batteries. Come here, I'll show you.
This is like the ideal communication setup. Nice, yeah. Deep cycle batteries.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And a setup where if two are running, another two are charging
Okay.
at any given time. So that's our commercial inverter.
You guys did this up right. Fantastic. So this is a setup here. These guys are running Packet. Packet went away for a while, and he's bringing it back with a new type of design. Holy moly, you guys got some nodes up there now. Is this the map? Wow.
It's a radio project. It uses really cheap little processors. That map's on the web. But anyway, we're using a really cheap little processor to run a server at everybody's house. We're looking for a target price of around $300 a house. And what it does is you can get on a roundtable chat with everybody else in the network. Right now we're in 7 counties. And when you type something, it shows up on everybody else's terminal across the network. And we have the capacity to handle about 500 stations on the network at a time. It's ridiculously high capacity. Because we're using text. If you send an image, what is it? Pictures worth 1,000 words? Yes, but it costs $1 billion.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is what the map looks like.
Ted, what was the website again?
Tarpin, T-A-R-P-N.
T-A-R-P-N.
Okay, are we live?
Oh, that's pretty high.
Yes.
Goofing off today. I figured
No.
Probably.
And this is a 9600 baud link.
Yeah, that one may be a 1. It really doesn't take that much. We ran this thing on a Raspberry Pi B, which had 512 and ran at 1/30th of the speed. But anyway, that's what the chat interface looks like. And the way this works is there's a web server running on the Raspberry Pi. We swear not to share it over the internet, but you can get it on the Wi-Fi from any device, a tablet, a cell phone, a laptop. And so you can actually be sitting on the couch watching TV and flip out your smartphone and see that you've got traffic, type a couple, hey, wait a minute, or something, then run up to the ham shack and put up the big screen and continue where you left off. The scroll buffer on this is automatically downloaded when you connect to any device, and it is huge. So when you connect up with any device, all the conversations that were going on the other machine are right there, so you don't lose anything by switching. Now I gotta get it on the laptop.
So I used to run a BBS, and we had something called Conference Node, and people could get into that. The problem with that is, first of all, it was 1200 baud, so it's pretty slow, and Packet is intermittent. And everybody would try to get to that one node, so there was all this congestion. So they came up with a new type of system where it's almost like a mesh, and it's all dynamic. So I'll have to see how this works out. They've got a kit now. That circuit board that I showed, he's got a kit, and he's trying to get the whole setup under $300, which is the radio, the TNC, the whole 9 yards. So pretty cool that Packet's coming back. I'm interested. I was really heavy into it back in the day. I had a NetROM node, and yeah, I might set something back up again. So yeah, there we go. A few more people are set up. Let's go take a look and see what else we got here. I know it's a little bit of a breeze here, probably hearing the wind, but thank God, because it's supposed to be real hot here. And this is only going to run for like another hour or two. Another hour, I suppose. Good, how are you? I had to go to my car and get my badge.
we both looked up and shooting at each other.
How are you? Good. I love the sound of tube FM radios.
Yeah, that's Yugoslavian.
Wow.
And I don't know the name. I saw the name.
Has it been redone? Caps and stuff?
I worked when I got it. I've been playing it.
Cool.
But I don't play it that often.
Yeah.
How much is your signal generator?
Asking 300 at the moment.
Oh, I thank you.
Do you need that particular one or do you need others?
8640
Get some more radio equipment being set up over here. Oh, look at that.
We both agree on?
No Kenwood. It's on 820.
All right.
520. It is an 820.
Gary's bringing the real stuff out to Colin.
For this Lafayette CB radio? No. I got a couple, but I think they went with the Regents. Yeah, those are standard quarter-inch. Yeah, that one I think had a quarter-inch plug on it. Yeah. I know this one came better than Regents with all the crystals.
Get some CBs here.
What do you want for both of the radios and the CB? Just take a
Look at this old shortwave Zenith. I like it. Pretty nice. Old Hallicrafters right now. It's pretty nice. Yeah, another one in. Tube tester.
What do you want for the tube tester?
40 bucks.
Get some old Simpson meters. Alright, so see, buyers starting to show up now. Now I know why people show up early, because it's hard to see stuff. If somebody sees you looking at something, they come running up because they think it's a good deal, or they're like thinking about buying it, but as soon as somebody else comes up and looks, they kind of run back up. My brother had this tuner right here.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no worries. Versatile.
Move that out of the way.
It's a nice tuner. Brother had that. It's got the roller inductor, which is really nice.
That's what makes them.
Just like any other kind of meet, you don't have to buy something. There's a lot of socializing going on. I got to see a friend that I hadn't talked to in a long time. So, yeah, just amateur radio. It's a pretty cool hobby. Very light turnout, but this is not a real Hamfest. This is just like a little thing that this guy set up. There are big ones. There's a big one in North Carolina, in Shelby, North Carolina. If you want to see a Giant Hamfest, that's the one to go to if you're out here in North Carolina. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna head over to the fairgrounds and see what's going on there. This was fun. You guys are ham operators, let me know. Or CB, let me know.